the president's at war with Arnold Schwarzenegger's ratings, even though it's a show he runs. That's it. Pay attention to that, by the way. Bad businessman just makes bad business decisions.
I mean, say what you want, but you gotta say that he's a man of faith.
Yeah, no, he's a true
he was
Christian
praying
hero
for those ratings.
But also, I mean, congratulations if you're a 4chaner that wanted to hack the government and get this guy elected like he's a flavor of Mountain Dew that you could make Hitler. Very funny bit, but now the guy that's going to bring about the end of net neutrality has been put in the, whatever. He's got his chairman in charge of vice assistant cybernetting or, is some guy that just fucking hates net neutrality. What is net neutrality? I don't know. I know it's better than non-net neutrality. I know that the end of net neutrality has something to do with a world where you and I can have political opinions, and no matter how popular they would get in an open idea marketplace, they might be fucking absolutely inaccessible by virtue of the Walgreens or Netflix next door to you cybernetically that just needs more fucking data. Like you poor people will no longer be able to spread as much information as corporations, and that is a really, really slippery slope. Net neutrality. Donald Trump clearly, obviously, not a fan of it. He's not. If you asked him, he'd be like, What does that mean? Does it make my scalp smaller? Is it something I can grab, rape, beat, make fun of? Was my dad afraid of it? Will the ghost of my father mock me while he punches the ghost of my wife at the foot of my bed? Because if it doesn't fit into those slots in my gradually micro-stroking 75-year-old brain, I don't know what you're talking about. So he put some guy that knows a lot about computers in charge of all computers in the world. And so good job, 4chan. Which I think is on the internet. The place where you got together and elected this guy.
I'm worried that if he stays in office long enough, the world's tie fabric resources will be depleted. Probably in 6 months, because
his tie really goes down to the tip of his mangled dick. His assuredly mangled dick. Absolutely.
His wife won't live with him in the White House. Like it's the best house. Like how fucking repellent and repugnant and bad in bed and disappointing of a fucking human male do you have to be for your wife to go, I don't want to live in the world's most famous house. I'd rather live in our shitty apartment building surrounded by a fucking police state. That we're paying. He's so fucked up, we have to pay for his wife not wanting to fuck him.
Jeff. I don't know. I didn't read about any of that. But so here's
apparently the taxpayer, because she wants to live at the Trump Tower. She's going to live in a golden building, and it costs the taxpayers $400,000 a day for her police detail to make her live at home, not at home at the White House. She doesn't want to be around this fucking piece of garbage. You saw them dancing, and it was a bummer.
When he started singing "My Way,"
well, he clearly was saying things, and she's like, "Oh, please, just stop it. She's just saying to herself, just get through whatever contractual period I'm confined to." I as Church said, my gal, she's like, he didn't expect to win. She thought they were going to lose and she would divorce him. Now she's stuck with this piece of shit.
Well, this is his third wife, right? Third,
at least,
right?
That we know about.
Third. Wasn't the second? The first one was an American model, right? There was
Marla Maples. Right?
Wasn't there a second middle one that was? And she was sort of I don't want to use this term disparagingly to somebody that I really don't know, or if this is an offensive term, but she was essentially a mail order bride, right? Like she was she was also a Russian model, or what was?
She's Ivanka's mom.
Ivana Trump first, then Marla.
Then Marla.
Yeah.
Wait. So wait. So who's the? I get confused because so this is his third wife,
yes.
right? Okay. So this is his third wife. It's his second non-American wife, and I'm not going where you think I'm going. I'm not like Alex Jones going like, wait a minute. I just mean, I'm just talking sexually. I'm talking about psychosexual politics. I'm talking about like, okay, so first you have like a woman from your own country that, it just was born within the same sort of, glass ceilings aside, the same sort of sandbox you were in with the same rules and things. Then she's gone. She's out of there. Then, like Howard Hughes in The Aviator, it's like, Katharine Hepburn takes a hike, and then you cut to the airplane hangar scene where Howard Hughes is like bringing underage girls in and going like, stop right there, 300 meters away. You understand you'll be an employee contracted to me and you'll do what I say. Okay, turn around. All right, wipe that lipstick off and stuff. You know that scene in The Aviator? Come on, it's your favorite movie, right? You've watched it 75 times because you have some perverse fantasy of being America's most famous mentally ill entrepreneur. Because it reminds you of yourself. And so I was like what?
That's how we found Spencer.
But so you have that scene, like, and maybe ladies cover your ears. I don't know what's going to offend you here, but it's like when
I would say don't. I would say hit record.
When I say cover your ears, I just mean like don't judge. Like I for a second, if you will, if I be candid for a second, like. Guys do like we go through ups and downs, and we do like when we get our hearts broken, I think there is a tendency to we have these like things we do, especially when we're young and we're still learning how to interact with people. We go like we swing the other way, like from whatever previous relationship, like we think we're going to fix things. And I'm sure this is not totally exclusive to men, but I'm just talking to the guys because guys are kind of inherently, we're misogynistic. We're inherent. We love /fear /worship /hate, despise this other creature that has so much power over us that we don't understand. We just want them to like us. Blah blah blah. It makes us behave in all these fucked up ways. We've been socialized not to share those feelings, cope with them, connect those to the feelings that are also fucked up with the other person, and achieve that. You don't start learning that stuff until you're 44 and rich and already divorced and are like finally opening the hood a little more than 2 inches on the fucked up car that is your life.
So you're keeping this very general for all men.
Yeah. This is stuff you need time and money and the inclination to examine, and I don't blame your average 40-year-old guy that has a lot more work to do for not getting there. This is a tangent. I'm just saying, here's what I'm saying in the crassest terms. I'm like, if your first wife was was an American model, and then your second wife was a Russian model, and then your third wife was a Russian model, here's what I'm assuming about the third marriage. There's preconditions up the fucking darkest yin-yang imaginable. Because there's no other difference. He didn't go to French model. He didn't go to Japanese model. He was like, I like me those Eastern Bloc women, and here's another one. I'm guaranteeing you there's some fucked up differences at the outset of that relationship that result in that face that she's making that broke your heart because you said reminded you of what you do at the Apple store.
Right.
Spencer said that's the face of a customer service rep.
Right. So you do you're smiling and they turn around and you're like. Then you're just back to hating everything.
She's a hostage. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's sad.
I mean, benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping that she doesn't want to live with Donald Trump because he's a gross, perverted asshole, and she wants to take care of Barron. Like maybe he needs special care or whatever, and she doesn't want anything
kids
to
are
do.
off limits.
Huh?
No.
Maybe she's an awesome mom who doesn't want to be involved in that circus. I'm hoping that that's the case. But one thing's for certain, she doesn't want to be around him. And now we have to foot the goddamn bill.
And we have to be around him.
I know.
It's like we're the most victimized neighbor in the world to that fucked up relationship. Like the caretaker at the Overlook Hotel had it better. Scatman Crothers, Dan, he had a name.